check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Past the pigskin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause I like she can count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Back to it. 180. So we got man.
A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run with Spiller. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Even. 4 down. Even. Check number 6.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Mayfield looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Here we go. 52 running.
The first carry down. This is Johnson. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. On 2nd down, Johnson. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 81 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Mayfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, he's picked off at his own 47, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, this is caught. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Jackson now. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taywan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Johnson, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You talk about some truth.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. On 4th down on his Corey Bojorquez to punt. And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On third down, Mayfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Mayfield now. It's caught. Beckham. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And complete. Spiller out of the backfield.
Complete to number 28. Out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8.
Hey, Alpha.
Throwing. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Jackson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. The quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st. Here's Jackson. And that's caught inside the 35. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. A first down carry here for Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 31, Jackson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
26 Mike, 26 Mike.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Here's Mayfield. He's got it. It's Spiller. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
I got one. Regular.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Mayfield now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Mayfield on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talks about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and now it's 2nd down.
Watch the run, watch the run.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54.
It's now second and 6.
Just like that.
At the 32-yard line.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
54, right there, right there. 54 Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
He may try and run for this. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Second down 6.
In your face.
Again, it's Johnson. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
A good move, but not much room to run. Brought down at the 5. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
To Johnson again. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Spiller. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football, understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Chubb on 1st down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.